Hello, this is the Math Ninja, and once again, welcome back to my channel where I solve mathematical problems. Here, we are given this interesting math problem, and we are asked to solve for h, given that we have a large triangle with a 30-degree angle at its base, and we also have inside of that large triangle a smaller triangle with a 60-degree angle with its base. So to solve for h, we know that h is common with both of these triangles. So to solve this problem, let's start with trying to figure out a system of equations that will help us solve for h. Here, to use this big triangle, we need to come up with that total length. So to get that, we need to add a length here, and let's say this length is x. Therefore, this total length is x plus 150. All right, so we can now find h by using what I call this triangle. So what I do is, I know I'm going to be using tangent because I have h and I have, which is the opposite, and then the adjacent. So I have tangents is equals opposite of adjacent. So if I cover the opposite side, which I'm trying to find, I know I have to do the tangent and angle multiplied by the adjacent side. Therefore, I know h in the first case will be equals to x plus 150 outside of tangent of 30. And for the internal triangle, which is triangle 2, the h has to be equals to x times tangent of 60. So since these two values are equal, let's equate them as x plus 150 tangent of 30 is equals to x tangent of 60. Now let's expand that as x tangent of 30 plus 150 tangent of 30 is equals to x tangent of 60. Let's bring all the extremes together. Take this on that side and bring this on that side. So I have x tangent of 60 minus x tangent of 30 is equals to 150 tangent of 30. So x is common in both terms, so we take it outside. So x outside of tangent of 60 minus tangent of 30 is equals to 150 tangent of 30. So if we divide both sides by tangent of 60 minus tangent of 30, we can solve for x. So let's divide that and say tangent of 60 minus tangent of 30, and let's divide that by the same thing, tangent of 60 minus tangent of 30. I can now cancel this and cancel this, and now I'm left with x is equals to 150 tangent of 30 divided by tangent of 60 minus tangent of 30. So now that we are left with this value for x, we need to try to figure out what is the value of tangent of 30. and tangent of 60. So I'm going to put a little box on that side, and let's see if we can determine this. I know that tangent of 30 is equals to sine of 30 divided by cosine of 30. But I know that sine of 30 is a half, so there will be 1 upon 2. And I know that cosine of 30 is the same as sine of 60, which is equals to square root of 3 on 2. And now that's equals to 1 upon 2 multiplied by 2 upon square root of 3. So I know that tangent of 30 is equals to 1 upon square root of 3. Now let's do the same thing for tangent of 60, which is equals to sine of 60 divided by cosine of 60. I know that sine of 60 is the same as cosine of 30, so I have square root of 3 upon 2 divided by cosine of 60 is the same as sine of 30, which is a half. So now I'm left with square root of 3 upon 2 times 2 upon 1. This cancel out, so I know that tangent of 60 is equals to square root of 3. So now, using this equation, let's substitute for tangent of 30 and tangent of 60. So now I'm left with x is equals to 150 outside of 1 upon square root of 3 divided by square root of 3 minus 1 over square root of 3. So let's deal with this part of the equation where I have square root of 3 minus 1 over square root of 3. I know the LCM of that is square root of 3. Square root of 3 of 1 will go there for 1 time. Square root of 3 times square root of 3, I know that is 3 minus square root of 3 will go there 1, square root of 3 will go there 1 time 1 is 1, so that be equals to 2 over square root of 3. Substituting this into here, I get x is equals to 150 outside of 1 upon square root of 3, all divided by 2 over square root of 3. So we can also go as far as saying x now is equals to 150 outside of 1 upon square root of 3. And now, because this is divided, so we can multiply, so we invert it, so it is square root of 3 upon 2. And now this cancel out, so there's a half, so x now has to be equals to 150 times 1 upon 2, and x is now equals to 75. So if x is equal to 75, we can go back here and say x plus 150 is 75 plus 150 is equals to 225. So now if we solve for h, both of this equation, 1 and 2, should give us the very same answer. So let's check to see if we are right. So on the first case, we have h is equals to x plus 150 tangent of 30. And the second one is h is equals to x tangent of 60. But we know that x plus 150 is equals to 225, and then the tangent of 30 from earlier is 1 upon square root of 3. So h would be equals to 125 times square root of 1 upon 3, that is 0.7, so that will be 129.9, and I'll say that will be 130. Here we have h is equals to 75. Outside of 1060 would be square root of 3, and h will be equals to square root of 3 is 1.43 multiplied by 75, so that is 129.9 maybe, which is 130. H is equal on both sides, therefore the value of x satisfies this whole problem, therefore we know that we are correct. Once again, thank you very much for staying with me throughout this entire solution of the problem. I have a lot of more interesting math solutions on my channel, so please visit it, subscribe to my channel, like this video, leave a comment, and let me know what you think about this method of solution. And if there's another way you would rather solve this, I would love to know. Have a nice day.